The morning sunlight streamed through the floor-to-ceiling windows of Noah's penthouse, casting a warm glow across the elegant living room. Emma quietly gathered her belongings, hoping to leave before Noah woke up. She still couldn't believe that a missed ride after the wedding had led her to spend the night in the home of one of the city's most successful billionaires. To her, it all felt like a strange dream. Just as she reached the front door, she heard footsteps behind her. "Leaving already?" Noah asked with a friendly smile. Emma turned around, slightly embarrassed. "I didn't want to disturb you. Thank you for letting me stay." "You were never a disturbance," Noah replied. "Actually, I made breakfast. At least let me thank you for keeping me company last night." Emma hesitated for a moment before smiling and agreeing. They sat together in the bright kitchen, talking over coffee and pancakes. Their conversation flowed naturally, filled with laughter and stories from their childhoods. Emma was surprised by how humble Noah seemed. Despite his wealth, he spoke with kindness and listened carefully whenever she shared something about her life. When breakfast was over, Noah offered to drive her home. "You really don't have to," Emma insisted. "I know," he answered. "I just want to." During the drive, they talked about books, travel, and the dreams they had never told anyone else. Emma admitted that she had always wanted to become an author one day, while Noah confessed that success had cost him more friendships than he ever expected. As Emma stepped out of the car, Noah handed her a small business card. "If you ever need anything, or simply want to grab coffee again, call me." Emma smiled politely, slipped the card into her purse, and walked away, believing they would probably never meet again. But destiny had different plans. A week later, Emma's publishing company announced an important meeting with a prestigious real estate corporation. Everyone was nervous because the partnership could change the future of the business. Emma entered the conference room carrying a stack of documents. The moment the door opened, she froze. Standing at the front of the room was Noah. He looked just as surprised to see her. "Emma," he said, smiling warmly. "I didn't know this was your company," she replied. "I guess life enjoys surprising us." The meeting began, and Noah remained completely professional, treating every employee with respect. Emma admired how confident yet approachable he was. When the presentation ended successfully, Noah approached her before leaving. "Would you have dinner with me tonight?" he asked. Emma hesitated, her heart racing. She knew accepting could change everything, but something inside her told her to take the chance. With a gentle smile, she nodded. "Yes," she said softly. Neither of them realized that this simple dinner invitation would become the first chapter of a love story neither money nor fate could ever predict. Emma spent the entire afternoon trying to focus on work, but her thoughts kept drifting back to Noah's invitation. She had never imagined that the kind stranger she met at the wedding would turn out to be the billionaire leading one of the city's most successful companies. Part of her wanted to cancel dinner, convinced their lives were too different. Another part couldn't ignore the genuine warmth she had seen in his eyes. That evening, Noah arrived at the restaurant before her. Instead of choosing an extravagant place, he picked a quiet rooftop cafe overlooking the city skyline. The peaceful atmosphere made Emma feel comfortable the moment she arrived. "You look beautiful," Noah said as he stood to greet her. Emma smiled shyly. "Thank you. This place is lovely. I wanted somewhere we could actually talk." As dinner began, they spoke about everything except business. Emma shared stories about growing up in a close-knit family where love mattered more than money. Noah listened carefully, smiling at every memory she described. When it was his turn, Noah admitted something few people knew. "My parents built an incredible business, but they were always working. I grew up surrounded by luxury, yet I often felt completely alone." Emma looked at him with understanding rather than sympathy. "I guess loneliness doesn't care how much money someone has." Noah nodded. "Exactly." The conversation lasted for hours. They laughed over embarrassing childhood memories, debated their favorite novels, and discovered they both dreamed of traveling through Europe someday. For the first time in years, Noah forgot about meetings, investors, and deadlines. Emma made him feel like an ordinary man instead of a billionaire. As they walked outside after dinner, soft rain began to fall. Emma laughed as tiny drops landed on her hair. "We forgot our umbrellas." "So we did," Noah replied with a grin. Instead of running for cover, they walked slowly through the rain, enjoying the cool evening air. When Emma slipped on the wet sidewalk, Noah instinctively caught her before she fell. For a brief moment, they stood only inches apart. Their eyes met. Neither of them spoke. The world around them seemed to disappear. Just as Noah leaned closer, Emma gently stepped back, her cheeks turning pink. "I should go. I understand," Noah said softly, hiding his disappointment. Before leaving, Emma smiled. "Thank you, tonight was wonderful." Watching her drive away, Noah realized he hadn't smiled that much in years. But someone else had been watching the entire evening. Across the street, Sophia sat inside a black luxury car. She had recently returned from overseas after ending her engagement with Noah months earlier. Seeing him laugh with another woman stirred emotions she thought she had buried. She quietly took a photo of Noah and Emma together. "So," she whispered to herself, "this is the woman who has your attention." A cold smile appeared on her face. If she thinks she belongs in your world, she's about to learn how difficult that world can be. Neither Noah nor Emma noticed the camera flash hidden in the darkness. Their beautiful evening had ended with hope. But somewhere nearby, jealousy had already begun writing the next chapter of their story. The following morning, Emma woke with a smile she couldn't explain. Memories of the rooftop dinner and their walk in the rain replayed in her mind. For the first time in years, someone had made her feel truly seen. Noah hadn't tried to impress her with his wealth or influence. Instead, he had listened to her dreams, laughed at her jokes, and treated her with genuine respect. Across the city, Noah sat in his office, staring out the window instead of reviewing contracts. His assistant noticed the unusual smile on his face. "You seem happier than usual, sir." Noah chuckled. "Maybe I finally remembered that life isn't only about business." Later that afternoon, Noah surprised Emma by visiting her publishing office with a small gift, a beautifully bound first edition of her favorite novel. Inside the cover, he had written a simple message: "Never stop believing in your own story." Emma's eyes filled with emotion. "No one has ever given me something this thoughtful," she said. "I remembered what you told me," Noah replied. "You dream of becoming an author. I think one day your books will inspire thousands." His confidence in her meant more than he could ever imagine. Over the following weeks, they spent more time together. They explored bookstores, walked through peaceful parks, and discovered tiny cafes hidden throughout the city. Their connection grew stronger with every conversation. Noah found himself laughing more often, while Emma slowly forgot her fears about the difference between their worlds. But not everyone welcomed their happiness. Sophia had been quietly gathering information about Emma. She learned where she worked, where she lived, and even who her closest friends were. Determined to separate them, she arranged a meeting with Emma outside the publishing company. "You seem like a nice girl," Sophia began with a polite smile. "But people like Noah don't stay with ordinary women." Emma remained calm. "I didn't choose Noah because he's rich." Sophia folded her arms. "Maybe not. But sooner or later, his world will remind you that you don't belong in it." Her words stayed with Emma long after Sophia walked away. That evening, Emma met Noah at their favorite cafe, but something had changed. She was quieter than usual. "Is everything okay?" Noah asked gently. Emma looked down at her coffee. "I've been thinking, maybe we should stop seeing each other." Noah stared at her in shock. "Why? Our lives are completely different. I don't want to become a problem for you." Noah reached across the table and held her hand. "Emma, you are the best thing that's happened to me in years. I don't care about social status, money, or what anyone else thinks." Emma looked into his eyes and saw complete honesty. For the first time, she realized love wasn't measured by wealth or reputation. It was measured by trust, kindness, and the courage to stand beside someone when life became difficult. She smiled through tears and squeezed his hand. "I don't want to run anymore." Noah smiled back. "Then don't." Neither of them noticed Sophia watching from a nearby car, her expression growing colder by the second. She quietly whispered, "If I can't break them apart with words, I'll find another way." Their love had survived doubt. Now it would face something far